We're ready for volleyball on a Sunday afternoon in Madison. Murray to put it into play for Michigan. Michigan was ready to celebrate after getting the block, but point continues. Now they can celebrate. First point goes to the Wolverines.
Wisconsin has such a large block, so Michigan needs to find a way to get that ball down and score.
We talked to Mark Rosen about taking on this Wisconsin defense and the block, and this is a Michigan team that's struggled with a couple of the better, bigger teams in the league. They were swept by Minnesota and Nebraska. He thought maybe they were a little too timid against the block, and maybe they need to be a bit more aggressive today. Speaking of aggressive, an aggressive attack for Wisconsin for the first point.
That looked like she almost came from the front row. It went straight down, but that is the power and the talent that Sarah Franklin brings to these Badgers.
Franklin, better than 3.5 kills a set. 20 kills against Iowa on Friday, hit .567 in that win. There's that Wisconsin block at the net.
Well, they know Merzik's going to get a lot of sets, so they are getting two people out there to put up a huge block. And Wisconsin, one of the best defensive teams in the country.
Devin Robinson teaming up with Hart. Good serve, and it's going to go into the books as another point for Wisconsin. Orzol at the service line. Julia's had a good run, had 19 kills, a career high against Purdue, added 10 digs in that victory for the double-double. Good attack in the middle. That's Jess Robinson, 4-year fixture for the Wolverines, averaging 2.5 kills a set. There's the back row attack. We're going to get used to seeing a lot of that because Wisconsin has added that to their attack more and more as the season's gone along. Orzol has been great from that back row.
And when you're running a 6-2, that's exactly, you've got 4 options. You got 3 hitters in the front, and then you could have a lethal attacker in the back as well.
Here's an in-back freshman in the Big Ten. Guchtikin, freshman who has stepped into the libero spot, been outstanding defensively, outstanding on the serve, and she'll stay at the service line. Point for Wisconsin.
Devin Robinson doing a nice job tooling off that Michigan block, going high hands, out of reach, not able to cover it.
Guchtikin, the freshman from Istanbul. Big Ten co-defensive player of the week, freshman of the week after this past week. That's off the hands and a point for Michigan.
If you're not going to hit it straight down, you got to have those tools in your box.
Scotty Johnson on the serve, and that one is off the mark, and it's a point for Michigan. Also, Michigan went to a 6-2 on Friday, and it looks like, talking to Mark Rosen, that that is what their future is, and the future is now, it would appear, with Johnson on the serve.
And they figured, why not start today? The team is on board. They want to give themselves the best shot they can to be elite, as you said, you know, come end of the year. So start now and get people in their groove and comfortable.
And Grant got there, the libero, but the point goes to the Badgers. Go back in front by 2. Wisconsin, of course, has been running a 6-2 since the start of the season with MJ Hamill and Izzy Ashburn sharing the setting duties as Hamill gets ready to serve. Caught the tape, and a beautiful job done by Caroline Crawford, the Kansas transfer. Very calmly, patiently, just picked the spot and dropped it in, and Wisconsin's up by 3. Good serve again from Wisconsin. Puts Michigan out of system. Orzol floats in the air and gets the kill.
Well, that was a beautiful shot by Orzol. As we saw a few plays earlier, she came in and smashed it. And this one coming in for the soft tip right in that open court. And that is what she set herself up for by hitting hard to start. And now they're back on their heels, coming in with a soft tip to the open area.
Allison Jacobs has come into the match for Michigan to help in serve receive. They serve it to her right away, and she comes up with a great pass. Great job by Jacobs, the junior out of California. Started her career at UCLA her first year with Michigan, and that's a much needed side out for the Wolverines. So here is Merzick, the junior from Livonia, Michigan. First team all-conference a year ago, preseason all Big Ten this year, and she has done nothing to put any doubt that she's going to be an honoree at the end of this season. Outstanding work all season long for this top 25 program. And a point to the Wolverines. Back-to-back points for Michigan.
Looks like a net on the block there when you're going up trying to get those hands over the net. Just tick the top of the tape.
Merzick serving, 7th in the Big Ten in kills per set. Trying to get things going from the service line. Smrek hanging in the air, and it drops in for a Wisconsin point.
Now that was some nice hang time by Smrek, coming in a little bit off on that connection, but she made the best of it, redirected that ball to the left side of the court, catching Michigan off guard.
When you're 6'9", your hang time's a little bit different than someone else's.
I would think so.
Maybe you don't have the vertical, but you still, when you have that arm out, you're up.
A lot of options when you're when you got the height.
Sarah Franklin checks out, and Grigorski on the serve, and she has a very good serve. Her 9th ace of the season.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
That's the word we keep hearing more and more of, parity, when we start talking to coaches around the country about what's happening in college volleyball this year. Of course, Texas, #1 in the country, been incredibly impressive right from the start of the season. Out of the Michigan timeout, Robinson gets the kill and the point for the Wolverines. But if you're going to try to handicap the NCAA field for the tournament coming up in just a month's time, good luck. let me know how that works out, because there's just so much still to be determined. Quickly done by Wisconsin. Hart gets the kill for the Badgers.
Little 1-2 punch there. Beautiful set going behind. One blocker up and just hammers that one right by.
Wisconsin, the first team to 20 here in set 2. Crawford. Dug out by Ashburn. Off hands, point Michigan.
Badgers looking for the touch on that one, but Michigan keeps their hands out of there.
Yeah, did not catch hands. And no look at all for a challenge, so Wisconsin.
And although Michigan down by 5, we did see a surge that first set.
Hang on a second, the green challenge card is coming out here. Has not been raised by Kelly Sheffield.
He was just teasing us. He's got it back.
No. You know what he was doing? He was checking with his players one last time. Anybody? And no one was going to commit to have their touch to come. So no touch. Point for Michigan. Well, that falls in. Franklin gets the point.
Well, we know Franklin can light it up with the heat, but what we've seen today is she has so many shots in her toolbox. Another beautiful off speed. Kind of got tangled up in the hands there of the Michigan blocker.
Gutstigan. Over with a short, soft serve. Blocked back for the Wisconsin point. Lauren Barnes, libero for Wisconsin, part of that national championship team, but she has been an impact player for the Badgers. Well done by Michigan out of the timeout. Nambio with the kill. We expect to see a little bit more of her, especially if Michigan's going to stick with a 6-2, which it sounds like that's what they want to use and develop and build throughout the rest of the regular season.
Yes, I think we will see her a lot more, as it sounds like this is what they're sticking to. No matter what happens, get comfortable.
Service error for Michigan. That is their first of the match. It comes at a very tough time because it gives a free point to Wisconsin. Now they're 2 points away from taking set 2. That's something Kelly Sheffield was talking to us before the match here today, that these two teams, you look around the country at different teams, everyone's tinkering with something right now. Everybody's trying something. These are far from finished products here in October.
Well, you don't want to make those changes late in the season when it comes close to tournament time, but now's the time. If you want to make some adjustments, see if it's going to work. Another huge block by the Badgers. I mean, that's just a gigantic block to try to get that ball by.
One thing that always works is the defense, especially the block for Wisconsin. Set point for the Badgers. Michigan still alive.
Michigan just touching that one. She wasn't sure, should I go for it or not? Just nicked her hand. You could see her grab her head like, oh, rats. Nice hit by Michigan down that line.
Set point number 2. Orzol from the back row. Set 2 goes to Wisconsin. Blocks 8-4 total for Wisconsin. And an early error. The double called on Wisconsin, so a point for Michigan. Allison Jacobs at the service line for the Wolverines. 24th ranked team in the country, 13 wins overall, 4-3 in the Big Ten. That one misses the mark. Back-to-back points to start set 3 for Michigan.
And they had a long time out there, a little break between sets, and Michigan needs to gather themselves and see how they bounce back in this third set.
Well, so far, so good for the Wolverines. Back-to-back points to start set number 3. I tell you, you get the full effect with Julia.
The real deal.
The contact, the sound, the sights, you name it, she'll deliver it for you.
There's a lot of cams that we might need here with this Badger team. Just going over the block angle on that one.
I'm still voting for Gigi Cam, but Orzol Cam could make a late run. But a service error won't help things for Wisconsin. Michigan back on top by 2.
And Wisconsin missing a lot of their serves in the net like that. So if they're trying to drop it short, it's like go a little bit higher. You get comfortable, take a little off then.
Jess Robinson. Hammer down. Hard.
Well, that's hard to stop. Ashburn coming in with a quick attack.
$19 assists for Ashburn, 13 for Hamill. Reached again with the serve. Contact with the net. Point Michigan.
So first set, Wisconsin, we saw in the net a few times with their block. Second set, I don't remember any net calls on the block, maybe one. But just trying to stay aggressive on that block, getting up and over, and sometimes when you're pressing your hands on the way down, just tags the top of the tape.
Scotty Johnson ready to serve for the Wolverines. Point Wisconsin. We talked about their side out percentage. So high here tonight. And they do it again.
Well, that was a beautiful one-handed save. That pass going a little bit tight to the net, but just puts it up one-handed for the middle to make a great attack.
Hamill. Blocked out of play, and a point for Michigan.
Very smart play by Merzick there, coming in, sees the double block, swipes it off, and out of bounds. And those are some of the things Michigan needs to do this set. A little bit better than the last two.
Hamill to Smrek. That's long, and that's another point for Michigan. And the Wolverines are on top by 3 here in the third. Merzick trying to build a little momentum from the service line. On the overpass. And that's too many hits, and Michigan is up by 4 for the first time today.
I thought that was going straight down at first, but it hit her forearm and just kind of bounced right back up. Michigan on fire right now with some good serving, good placement.
Dug out, Michigan staying in the point. Little miscommunication for Wisconsin.
Oh, that was a chance for Michigan right there. Free ball, miscommunication. Yikes, that is not what you want, obviously.
The very definition of one you'd like to have back. Wisconsin will take it. They needed it.
Now that play's over, so you know, as much as you're hitting your head on that one, it's like move on to the next play. Michigan has some momentum still on their side.
Here's Bramschreiber on to serve. Dug out by Grant. That one's going to float long and give the point to Wisconsin.
Like the effort by Grant for Michigan, keeping that ball away almost over to area 1 on the court.
On the slide, that one goes wide, and Wisconsin scores again.
Kind of felt like Boney on that one was trying to avoid the block, and that's one thing that head coach Rosen said, is we don't want to try to avoid the block, we want to try to attack the block against Wisconsin.
3-0 run for Wisconsin. Blocked, spinning, and out of play. And Michigan ends the run.
A nice swing, looked a bit painful there for Smrek on the outside. I think it hit her right in the face. That does not feel good, that's for sure. Hope she's all right.
Did, caught her in the right cheek. One of her teammates just checking with her was Hamill, and Smrek was nodding. She stays in the game. Orzol blocked out of play. Point Wisconsin. Caroline Crawford on to serve for Wisconsin. Caroline in her first season with the Badgers after 2 years with Kansas. Knocked back and down. Point Wisconsin. They've come back to tie it. They fell behind 7-3, but now we're even at 8.
Well, that's what some excellent blocking will do. They got 2 up on that one. I like how the Wisconsin block, they all have their hands up already about face level, so they can do those quick jumps, get those hands up, have a presence.
Wisconsin on a run.
And a good time maybe for Michigan to call a timeout. Gather yourselves, break the momentum.
A 6-1 run right now for the Badgers. Good serve by Crawford. And that will drop down. Timely kill for Allison Jacobs. Her second kill of the match. And that gives her 22 kills on the season. Anna Grant will go back to serve. Correction, Maddie Dowd back to serve. Pulled out by Dowd. Hamill dug it. That one goes long,
And
but it was tipped. So on the touch, it's a point for Michigan. There was contact by Wisconsin, so no challenge from the Badgers. Point for Michigan. Almost dug out by Merzick. Point Wisconsin.
And Hart says, I'm going to put a stop to this serving run, so let's get the ball and just put it straight down.
Izzy Ashburn to serve for Wisconsin. They won set one, 27-25. Michigan fought off 3 set points. Set 2 was all Wisconsin. They hit 333. Michigan hit 111. Good start for Michigan here in this set. They led by 4 before Wisconsin came back, but now Michigan pushing back to go up by 1.
Nice swing by Petrovsky there, and that's what you can do. She can play opposite, play middle, run those quicks. Give some variety to the Michigan offense.
Coming off a season-high 12 kills against Michigan State. Orzol goes to the left hand to drop the ball.
All right, that one kind of flew right by her, and what'd she do? She's like, I'm going to keep this in, take the left, and just swipe it off the block. Just kind of hit the top of the Michigan block quickly, so down to the ground, not able to cover that one and react.
Now back to serve. Good block by Michigan. Point Wolverines.
Just what they needed, another huge block. Get some momentum and go back to the service line. I'm still waiting for the short serve for Michigan, but I don't know if they're gonna hear me up here.
Let's see, Jess Robinson. Does that count?
We'll count it. So use the equipment.
I didn't see it hit any tape.
No, I don't
It was
know.
short, yeah. Goes for an ace, and Michigan's up by 2.
And when you're going for it and you hit the tape, those are the pros of the let serve. So didn't used to be able to do that, but now it can hit the tape and it still counts.
Franklin hammers it home for Wisconsin. Double-digit kills again for Sarah Franklin. 7th straight match. Gage to Ken tries the short serve. Johnson. Put down by Crawford. MJ Hamill. Oh, well done. It didn't look like Michigan was going to get a good look, but Jess Merzick has the ability to make things look good. Wisconsin and Michigan playing here in set 3. Wisconsin up 2-0. Wisconsin wins this set, they'll win the match. Michigan needs to fight back, win this set, keep the match going. But it's tough to do that against the Wisconsin defense. A lot came late in that first set to force extra points in set 1. Wisconsin will add to their total. That one drops in, and the Badgers are in front. Graham Schreiber with the serve. That one
7 kills, hitting high efficiency. I'd love to see her get more balls too.
Smrek.
Area 1, which is where the setter's playing defense.
Smrek was really good in the win against Purdue. 10 kills, 4 blocks in that victory. Was battling a back problem. So coming back from that, getting back to full strength.
So lethal.
They look for the back row attack. Gutstekin with the save, but then Michigan sticks with it and gets the kill. 5 kills for Jess, hitting .667. High attack percentage, nothing new for her. Good quick offense by Wisconsin. They run it to Hart, in the middle, gets the kill. Service error number 9. There have been some errors for Wisconsin. That's kept Michigan very tight in set 3. Orzol. And then running the middle quickly with Jess Robinson for a kill.
Well, that was a beautiful one, coming in from the right side, elevating, getting up, strong attack, really on top of that ball so well.
Now Robinson back to serve. Franklin off hands, point Wisconsin. Wisconsin fighting back. Gutstekin, good serve. Off hands, Wisconsin still in the point. Franklin drops it in. Point Wisconsin.
Well, we've seen Franklin come in and crush an angle, and now these last few sets, she's turning it back line, attacking area 1, where the setter plays defense, trying to get the setter out for that second contact.
Well done by Michigan. Much needed point there. The swing by Pertovsky.
And she does go out, but they've used to been having her serve this year. Coach Sheffield of Wisconsin said, I hope we don't see her serve because she can rattle them off.
Scotty Johnson serves. Gutstekin was backpedaling, tried to save it, hit the floor hard, but she bounces right back up. And Michigan has come back to tie it up. Wisconsin with the block. That's 12 for the Badgers.
Well, Crawford fronting the hitter, right in the middle, up and over, her hands crossing the net, stopping that ball before it even goes over.
Crawford with 7 blocks tonight. Here's Hamill. On the slide, off the hands, and out of play. Point Michigan.
Once again, Boney doing a nice job swiping off the last few swings. She's gone off the block, and it's flown off the side of the court.
Merzick to serve for Michigan. Match point, Wisconsin. Franklin with the kill. Franklin now with a team high 14 kills. She was back and ready to serve, but Kelly Sheffield said, hang on a second. Let's bring in Liz Grigorski to serve for the match. Drop down against the net, so Michigan fights off a match point. We'll play extras here in the third. Hannah Grant. Orzol blocked back, and it's set point Michigan. What a response by the Wolverines. Let's see where Hannah Grant goes with it this time. Good serve. Orzol. Great hustle by Johnson to get there. Free ball for Wisconsin. Blocked back. Saved by Wisconsin. That one is deflected, and Michigan fights off a match point, and they win set number 3.
And this is going to be an exciting set number 4, I have no doubt.
Wisconsin to serve to start our 4th set in the best of 5. And Michigan starts with the first point of set number 4. Pertovsky drops it in. 7 kills now for May. Michigan has shown some good spunk on the road this year. 6-1 on the road. They won at Northwestern. They won at Penn State in Big Ten play. Won at Penn State in straight sets. Their first sweep at Penn State in Michigan program history. Michigan's got back-to-back points to start the 4th set here in Madison.
Well, that was a nice put away by Merzik there on the outside. Right at the libero, but too powerful.
On the slide, Smrek found the court. Point Wisconsin.
Looked a little off on that timing, but a long arm and a nice put away. Kind of looks like a little paintbrush touch here, a little swipe of the ball to the open court.
Paintbrush touch.
Paintbrush touch.
Sarah Franklin. Orzol, point Wisconsin. 14 kills for Julia.
Julia Orzol, what heat. That ball is going deep, and it is right at the defender, but too much flies over their head. She is a very powerful hitter.
At the net, Smrek easily drops that one down, and Wisconsin has scored 3 straight.
That was a close one. Ball, you can't reach over if the ball doesn't break the plane of the net. I think head coach Rosen was talking to the ref about that one, unsure, but came out clean.
Smrek just long, point Michigan. Substitution for Michigan as Scotty Johnson will come on. And set and serve as Maddie Dowd checks out. That one is long, and the Wolverines get another point.
That one just looking like Crawford, a little off on the timing with the setter, kind of hit her forearm. Going long.
18th attack error of the match for Wisconsin, 21 for Michigan. That one will drop in for a Badger point. Michigan struggled at home last Friday against Minnesota. And he struggled against Nebraska. Mark Rosen said we were timid. We need to be more aggressive against the big block. That's a point for Wisconsin. They have played better here today, no question about it. To force a fourth set against Wisconsin, 5th-ranked team in the country, with just one loss in the Big Ten, but now down a point in the 4th set. Franklin with the back row attack.
Well, she
had her foot on the line, so it's going to be a point for Michigan.
Okay, so penalty there. That 10-foot line, that's the white line in the middle of the court, 10 feet off the net. You cannot touch it if you're in the back row attacking. So lucky for Michigan, point for them.
So Michigan will serve. It's 5-5. Try again. It works out for Wisconsin this time to go up by 1.
Didn't look like she had her full speed approach, but a little step close. Came down on the Michigan block on the way down, tagged their hand, and worked out.
Izzy Ashburn back in for Wisconsin. Back row attack for the Wolverines. Point Michigan.
And Merzick going right in between that block. Badgers didn't quite seal it together, so snuck it right in between their hands.
Merzick very good out of the back row, showing it there. Now with 11 kills. Orzol, soft touch to drop it in for the Wisconsin point. 15 kills now for Julia. She also has 10 digs, so a double-double for Orzol, her 3rd this year, 9th of her career. That one caught the tape and went out of play. Another point for Wisconsin, up by 2 here in the 4th.
Well, and you want to stop the run right now, so they've got 2 points in a row. Got to get a good pass here for this side out for the Wolverines.
On the block, Danielle Hart.
Nice close, good eye work there. Well, not many, pretty much know it's going to the outside. Started off with a pass in the middle of the court, pretty much the only spot to go.
Evan Robinson on the block assist. Free ball for Wisconsin. Robinson with the kill, and Wisconsin's rolling here in set 4. He said, "Are you here for the big game?" I go, "Of course." Michigan, Wisconsin in volleyball. Doesn't get much bigger than that. She was referencing the Packers-Jets game, which was up the road from Milwaukee, but you have your favorites, I have mine.
Exactly. And the people here have proven that the Badgers are their favorite today.
I've been told the score is 3-3, so I'm going to guess the excitement level in this game is a little bit better than the one up in Green Bay if it's 3-3 in the second half with the Jets. I haven't seen it.
Switch the channel to ESPN.
Wisconsin answers back with the kill to get the point to go back on top by 4.
As you can see, the Wisconsin setters have many options to set, and all of them right now terminating when they have the chance.
That one off the net and it drops down for a point for Michigan. Allison Jacobs back to serve. She's got an extended run here for Michigan today. Good serve. Set back for Devin Robinson. Wisconsin, winners of 5 straight in a battle here against Michigan on a Sunday afternoon at the Fieldhouse. Uchtican tried to save it. Got some contact, but couldn't clear the net.
Well, that was
the Wolverines have a point. Sprick, blocked back. Orzol, great save. Wisconsin got it over, but Michigan got the point. And 7 against Michigan State in the 3-setter on Friday. From the back row, Franklin with the kill.
Franklin again with 2 contacts in that one play. Started off with a pass. Not probably the spot she wanted, but gets the back row attack off Boney's block.
Caroline Crawford back to serve for Wisconsin. Hold on. Chanel Bramschreiber will come on and serve for Wisconsin. Playing her 2nd match of the season. After sitting out the first half, this is her first home appearance here in Madison. Service error for Wisconsin is their 10th of the match. Uchtican comes back on for Wisconsin. Herzig serves. Orzol. Michigan with the block. Franklin can't clear the net, and it's a point for the Wolverines, and here comes Michigan again.
Well, their block, they are doing well, getting that ball, some nice defense at the net, pushing over, having Wisconsin have a couple times to try, and trying to do a little bit too much with that back row short attack.
Orzol off hands. Orzol tries again. Michigan there with the block. Good dig by the Wolverines. Dug out by Johnson. And it's going to be a point for Michigan. 4-0 run right now for Michigan. Just chewed up Johnson. Izzy Ashburn to serve for Wisconsin, tied at 15 here in set 4. Robinson. Good serve, an ace. 18th ace of the season for Ashburn, 5th of the match for Wisconsin. Set back for Robinson, and a Grant back to serve for Michigan. Wisconsin took the first 2 sets. Michigan fought off a match point in set 3, and they have fought here in set 4. It's been tight. On the block, point Michigan. But the work they're doing right now has them in the match. Go to Orzol out of the timeout. It's an attack error, and Michigan's back in front.
Well, Michigan doing a nice job right now. They've been serving Orzol in that area of the court the last several serves, and it's paying off. Disrupting the Badger offense.
Wisconsin is hitting sub 100 in this set, 088. That one is going to drop down off the hands and give the point to Wisconsin. That ends a 3-0 scoring run for Michigan.
Well, that's the thing in the Big Ten. There are so many ranked teams in the top 25 that most nights you're going out playing one of them. And although some of them not ranked, they're still good, and it's a battle every single time.
That first contact was off something other than hands. Michigan was a little discombobulated right from the start, and Wisconsin took advantage.
Well, that's the thing about volleyball is you can get it over. Even if you want to kick it over the net, it's fine. If it goes off your head, there's a good dig for you.
Tape
A little
header.
first touch contact.
A little off balance, but 7th kill for Robinson, who checks out. Served by Dowd. Tight at the nets. Mistake there. Ooch to Kin. Tried to get the ace. It's her 3rd service error today. Now we're tied at 20.
Well, they're trying to keep Merzik back there deep. Trying to target her on serve receive. Follow to the ball.
Again, Allison Jacobs has been in the middle of things here for Michigan. In place of Kendall Murray. Franklin. Merzik blocked out of bounds. Point for Michigan.
Merzik's doing an excellent job coming in hard, sees that double block, kind of swipes it towards the pole.
Wisconsin bench players trying to get the crowd into it here. And they respond at the field house. Wisconsin down late in the 4th. Merzik, great adjustment to get it over.
That one alive. I think we might be seeing that as a top 10 play.
Service error for Wisconsin. Tied at 22. Michigan's been able to handle the Franklin big serve. Orzol off hands. Point Wisconsin. Franklin. Orzol. Back row attack. Dug out again by Michigan. Violation on Michigan with the double. Match point again for Wisconsin. Match point number 2 for the Badgers. Their first came in set 3. Trying to put it away here in set number 4. Franklin for the match. Orzol